Namaste, welcome. Assalamu alaikum, sat sri akal. So before we start, let's have available all that we need during our practice. Blocks, low footstool, perhaps a cushion or a folded blanket to sit on or place underneath knees when you would like to invite in some additional comfort to the places where your joints meet the earth. Our practice today is a practice of wholeness. I am whole. I am enough. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. I am the universe. The universe is within me. I am part of the universe. And there's wholeness in that. Our mudra for today is Vajra Pradama Mudra. So Vajra means a lightning bolt. And this moment of when we feel at one with the universe and we recognize the wholeness of ourself within the universe and the wholeness of the universe. It is it's a lightning bolt moment. It's a moment of clarification, of illumination, that this whole time, our inner self is the self that is part of the whole, is part of the universe. And how we choose to manifest and express ourselves in our wholeness is within the embrace of the universe itself, within the embrace of the divine. So Vajra Pradama Mudra, interlace your fingers and place them on your heart and extend your thumbs. So you can see it's very much a holding of the heart, sense of connecting with the heart. I am whole. I am enough. I am embraced by the oneness of the universe. Aham Brahmasmi. We'll chant Aham Brahmasmi 3 times and then open by chanting Om. And let's offer meaning and significance to our Om. Perhaps the dissolution of the self as perceived by others. The creation of the self as an expression of our inner soul. And then the preservation of that self. The embrace of that self. Dissolution, creation, preservation. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Om, Om, Om. Allow the vibration of the self to meet the vibration of the universe. Take a full breath. Embrace the breath as you inhale deeply. Notice how your chest rises to meet your hand. And then as you exhale, notice how the heart contracts. The expansion on the inhale, the contraction on the exhale, the embrace of the breath on the inhale, the release of the breath on the out. And perhaps in your mind's eye, today you visualize a universe of stars, of galaxies, the Akash, space. And then when you're ready, releasing your mudra, bringing your hands to rest on the earth just for a moment. Connect here with the earth. And then as you exhale, draw your arms above your crown in your Padma, this 1,000-petaled lotus flower. Exhale, let's prayer wheel all the way to the heart in Anjali, the potentiality, the seed of potentiality. Your palms are gently parted here. The tips and the outer edges of your hands and the heels of your hands are connected. Inhale, rise up into Padma. Exhale, prayer wheel to the heart in Anjali. Aham Brahmasmi, embracing the universe. Exhaling, returning to the heart, the potentiality within the universe, the limitless possibilities of the universe. One more time, inhale to reach up, Padma. Exhale, this Padma wheel to the heart. Take a breath here. As you exhale, let's turn to the left with your hands at your heart. So drawing your ribs over to the left here. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. And again, if you want, you can help draw your ribs round. Inhale back to center. Take a moment here. Let's drop the right hand down to the earth. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder, then reach up and over. And here you can bring your thumb and index to thumb and middle finger to touch. Akash mudra. Akash is the element of space or ether. Then inhale through center. Let's drop the left ear to the left shoulder first, and then reach up and over. And then inhale to center. Take a moment here. Open out the arms, and as you exhale, let's pulse with the wings of the heart here. 3 times. And as you do that, flex the spine. And then when you've reached your final one, leaving your arms open to parallel, inhale, reach up. Padma, once more, this 1,000-petaled lotus at the crown, the Sahasrara chakra or Sahasrara chakra. Gaze up. And then as you exhale, let's do our lotus prayer wheel last time here, back to the heart in Anjali. And then let's open out the palms, fingers, little finger sides connected. This is your offering, Pushpanjali Mudra. And then offer up wholeness of the universe, the illumination of the stars, the galaxies therein, to one another in love. Bring your hands to the earth, tuck your feet under, coming into Vajrasana, thunderbolt pose. Now, if you wish, you can roll up a blanket and place it underneath your feet, particularly the inside of your ankles where you might feel some pressure. If this does not at all feel comfortable, then I invite you to return to your Sukhasana, or perhaps you place a larger cushion underneath your feet or between your thighs and your legs. So try alternatives to see if they bring you greater comfort. If not, return to Sukhasana. Inhale, interlace all your fingers, release your index finger, left thumb over right. Inhale to reach up like a vessel here, a thunderbolt, Vajrasasana, Rajasana. Exhaling, reach forward. Relax your shoulders away from your ears. Draw in the navel. Set your sights and then reach up. Reach forward. Last time here. Now reach your hands behind you. Again, interlace them into Kali Mudra. So the left thumb over right thumb, index fingers extended. Reach behind you. Lift your gaze. As you exhale, reach up with your fingers behind you. Lower your crown towards the earth. Inhale to rise up. 3 times again here. Moving with your breath. Inhaling to rise. Draw in your navel. Exhaling to lower to the earth. And I'm going to do it one more time. Lost track of count. And then rise up. Release your hands. Reaching up in Padma. As you exhale, let's turn over to the left. Right knee goes onto the outside. Right hand goes onto the outside of the left knee. Left hand behind you. Gaze over your left shoulder here. You also have the option with this left hand to reach behind and tuck it into the hip flexor of the right side, so that your shoulder opens a little bit more. Inhaling, let's turn back to center, unwinding slowly. Reach up with your Padma. Lotus hands. Exhale over to the right. Left hand now on the outside of the right knee. Right hand behind you. Gaze over your right shoulder. Sitting tall here. Again, you have the option of taking this right hand and wrapping it around onto the left hip. Inhale, head to center, followed by your arms. Hands rise up in Padma. As you exhale, let's fold forward. Bring your hands together in Anjali. Your forehead can rest on the earth here or on a cushion. Release your elbows to the earth and then bring your hands to the back of your head. Open out your middle fingers into Padma. So remember Padma Lotus Mudra. Your thumbs and little fingers are connected with their opposites, and your heels of your hand are together. The middle 3 fingers are open so that your palm is open. Elbows bent, hands in Padma at the back of the head. Aham Brahmasmi. Inhaling, we're going to rise up here. So engage your core. Keep your hands where they are. Perhaps you bring them into Anjali here. Inhale, rise up. Open out your elbows. Lift your gaze here and keep your hands behind your head here. If you wish, you can interlace them so they hold the space, the skull, and that will give your head more support. We want to open across the heart, open up under the armpits. So your choice, hands in Anjali or hands, fingers interlaced, supporting your head. So this expansiveness, visualize the wholeness of the self, the wholeness of the universe within you. A scattering of stars strewn across your body. One more breath here. Then let's release our hands, Come to the earth in Aham Brahmasmi table pose here. Let's shake out here because we've been stretching a lot. So let's bring some fluidity and some space into the spine. So you might circle your hips one way, then the other way. You might cat-cow here. Madhyasan, Bitliasan. So let's make your movements fluid here. We're trying to create space. Nothing too scientific. Remember the way that the universe works. It looks like chaos. Stars, shooting stars everywhere. Galaxies circulating. Black holes here and there. Very busy in space. But there's not linear movement. So explore the space here. Tucking your toes. Let's bring your forearms to the earth here. Now, yogis, we're going to rise up in Phalakasana with our forearms on the earth. So walk your knees away. You can always support yourself by staying on your knees, or you can lift your knees, come into Phalakasana. So your toes are tucked. Draw in your navel. Push out through your heels, lengthen through the crown. Spread your fingers wide so they are supporting you on the earth. Push the earth away here. One more breath here. And then let's move into dolphin pose. If you wish, by walking your feet a little bit closer, you can interlace your fingers here. Coming into dolphin. See how it feels for you, because there's a lot of weight here. You might want to adjust yourself. So interlacing your fingers will help. Or keep your feet a little bit further apart. Breathe here so that your spine feels long. I don't know if you heard the cracking of my vata bones there. My vata bones like to make quick crack sounds in the morning. One more breath here, wherever you are, whichever variation you're in. So you could have your feet quite far away from your forearms. Wherever you are, let's bring the knees to the earth. Big toes to touch. Maybe you widen your knees. Sit back in Balasana, child's pose. And I invite you to take your arms alongside your body, palms face up. So even here, we're creating expansion. Space in the middle between our legs here. Arms alongside the body, palms face up. Our eyebrow center resting on the earth or on a cushion or folded blanket. Breathe into the back body here. Aham Brahmasmi. I am wholeness. I am enoughness. And when you're ready, let's bring our hands alongside us. Let's rise up, take a moment, come back into table Brahmasmi. Let's reach back long with the left leg. Tuck the toes to start with. Connect here. We're going to open up here. So let's come into twisted table first by shifting the weight into that left arm and reaching up with the right hand to the sky. Thumb and index connected. Akash Mudra. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Rotate onto the sole of your left foot. Draw your left arm up to the sky. Akash Mudra here. One more breath. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Rotate onto the ball of that left foot and then lift that left leg long so it's parallel. Reach forward with your right hand. You can stay with both hands on the earth if you wish to have some more balance available, more stability for your balance. One more breath here. Exhale, right hand to the earth. Bend into that left knee. Take a moment here. Now we're going to reach back for that left foot. So we're going to come into bow pose here, side bow. So let's turn that right leg out slightly and then reach for that foot. So I'm going to move forward. So I've got. So if you flick the lower leg, right leg out slightly, it will give you a little bit more space for your side bow. If you keep it more parallel, it's more of a challenge to balance. So see how that feels for you. So this is side bow. One more breath here. And then let's release that foot. Bring the knees back to the earth. Take a moment here. Perhaps you circle your hips. Perhaps you rotate your wrists. Roll your shoulders, whatever you need, my friends. Aham Brahmasmi, whatever you choose to do is enough. Now let's take it to the other side. Extend that right leg long, tuck the toes. So we're coming into the side twist here. So when you're ready, shift the weight into the right hand. I like to claw my hands here because that tends to lift the weight out of the wrists. Draw this left hand across the heart to reach up. Akash Mudra here. Aham Brahmasmi. I am whole. I am complete. I am one with the universe, and the universe is at one with me. So continuing this theme of self-expression, self-manifestation. Exhale, left hand to the earth. Rotate on the right foot, so the whole foot comes in connection with the earth, and draw the right arm across your heart to reach up here. I'll turn around so you can see me. One more breath here. Exhale, right hand returns to the earth. Rotate onto the ball of your right foot. Lift that right leg long so it's parallel to the earth. Flex the foot. You can stay with both hands connected to the earth, or you can reach forward with your left arm coming into a balance here. Sardulasana. Sure, I have enough space. One more breath here. Then let's release that left hand to the earth. Bend into that right leg. Now you can shift out that left lower leg slightly to give you balance. Come up high onto your right fingertips first. And then let's reach back in side bow for that left foot with the left hand. And you might wobble. If you wobble, reconnect. My left foot is slightly off my mat, so it's on my slippery wooden floor. So if that happens, you might want to shift your whole self onto the mat. Release your right hand, right foot. Come back into table Brahmasmi. Let's sit back, knees together this time. Bend into your elbows. Bring your hands at Anjali behind the skull, behind your head. Here we are, the seed of potentiality. We're curled up in Balasana with the Anjali Mudra. Let's feel in the pulsation of the universe with our breath. Our breath, the expansion and contraction of our breath, the spanda of our breath, is the same pulse rhythm of the universe itself. We are synchronized with the universe. We are whole and at one with the universe. I am whole. I am wholeness. I am bliss. I am absolute reality. Aham Brahmasmi. Release your hands. Let's come into mountain, tucking your toes, lifting your tailbone. Let's start by pedaling our feet. And coming to your stillness here. We're going to move into fallen star. I'm not sure we've done this together before. What we're going to do is bend into the right knee and take the right foot across underneath us. And as we do that, we're going to turn on to our left foot and reach up and over with our arms. So it's a bit, just my mic back here. My supersized ears. So, from mountain, bend into your right leg and take your right foot across underneath you and come onto the little toe side of your right foot. And then rotate onto the big toe side of your left foot. And as you do, draw your left arm up and over. Fallen star. Exhale, left hand to the earth, followed by your heart. Rotate onto the ball of your left foot and draw your right leg back. Pedal here. So we're shifting the weight onto the right hand. Spread your fingers out wide so it's supporting you. Come back into child's pose if you want to rest here for a moment. So this is a variation of star pose, Tadasana. Back into mountain here. So make sure you have some, I'm going to make sure I have enough space over by the wall here. Now shifting your weight into your left hand. Bend into your left leg and then take the left leg across underneath you and come onto the little toe side of that left foot. And then rotate onto the big toe side of your right foot. Draw your right arm up, coming into fallen star on this side. As you exhale, turn your gaze back towards the earth. Bring your right hand down towards the earth. Rotate onto the ball of your right foot and then draw your left leg out from underneath you. Back into mountain here. Take a moment here. Pedal. And then let's reach behind with the right leg and then step forward with the right foot to meet the right hand. Coming into our low lunge here. Inhale to rise up. So if you wish to bring your left knee to the earth, you are free to choose to do that. Bring your hands in Anjali at the heart. So set yourself up here for your high lunge. Find your drishti on the horizon. So find your stability here. Connect with the earth. So we connect to our foundations in order to move freely. If we feel stable and secure, we are more able to flow. Akash element, space element, is the element of expansiveness, of pervasiveness. Now, while you're here, let's reach up towards the sky with our Kali Mudra. So let's create this thunderbolt, this Vajrasana variation with the arms. And then exhale, open your arms into cactus arms or sunbeam arms, as I like to call them. Draw your shoulder blades together, gaze up. And now we're going to start adding some movement here. So check how wide your stance is. You might need to bring your stance closer together. Inhale, hands together in Kali Mudra, and then reach up, straighten through the right leg. Exhale, bend into your elbows. Inhale, reach up with Kali Mudra, right leg extended, bend to flex into those arms and flex into the right knee. Let's do this 5 times. And then when you come back to sunbeam arms, let's bring the hands together in Anjali at the heart. Take a moment here. And then let's bring the hands back to the earth. And from here, we're going to move into half moon pose. So lift up onto that left leg. Here you might want to place your hands on blocks or your low footstool. So that right hand is going to stay on the earth, and the left hand is going to draw across your heart. Flex that left foot to draw across your heart and reach up. The right hand can be on the earth, on some furniture, wherever you wish to be, yogis. This is Ardha Chandrasana. Exhale, gaze down, bend into that left foot, and then let's step forward with the left foot to meet the right foot. Take a moment here in forward fold. Bring your right hand to the center here, between your feet, at the top of your toes perhaps. Maybe you come up high on your fingertips. Unlock your knees here so that you have softness to your knees. And then draw the left hand again across your heart to reach up. Open across the heart. Expand here. Space element is where we all, so it's all elements originate from Akash, from space. All elements return to space, Akash. So we all, I know it's a really casual way of saying this and a bit cliched, but we are all made of stardust. Literally, we are all made of stardust. So we are one with the universe. Every part of us is merged with the universe. Aham Brahmasmi. Exhale, gaze down towards the earth. Bring the left hand to meet the right hand. Take a moment here. And then let's step back long with the left foot. No, with the right foot. Trying to remember which side we were on. Definitely the right foot steps back here. Low lunge here. And then when you're ready, my friends, let's rise up into high lunge. And have Anjali at the heart here. Find your drishti. And then when you're ready, let's come into Kali Mudra and reach up, creating this vessel, this bolt, this lightning bolt of illumination, that we are indeed whole and complete in our self-expression, in our manifestation. Aham Brahmasmi. Now exhale, bring your hands into sunbeam arms, bending into your elbows. Now let's begin to straighten through that left leg to reach up. Exhale, bend into elbows and knees. Let's move like this, pulsing up, expanding and contracting. spanda, the pulsation of the universe itself. 5 times. And then when you think you've done about 5, which is always what I'm always hesitant to guess at, sunbeam arms, and then Anjali here at the heart, Aham Brahmasmi. So we're going to come back into low lunge here, and we're going to move into half moon, the Chandrasana here. So I'm going to turn around so you can see me the whole time. So you might want to have a block here or be near some furniture. Left foot is the foot that's ahead of us. We're using our left arm to stay connected with the earth. You might move your arm forward slightly and then hop a little bit here. You can always keep that right toe on the earth for balance. Or you can lift it up. I'm always a bit worried when I'm near my Himalayan stone, in case I lose my balance. It would be a very unpleasant accident. And then when you're ready, draw your right hand up towards the sky in Akash Mudra. Flex that right foot. When you're ready, we're going to bend into that right knee, bring that right foot to meet the left foot, followed by the hand. Stay here in forward fold for a moment. Now let's bring the left hand between the feet, just in front of the toes, high up on your fingers, and then draw the right hand across your heart, rotate, gaze up here. So you might want to help your rib cage here. One more breath, then gaze down, bring your hand down to meet your left hand. Go back to the top of my mat so I am where you all are. Relax your shoulders, your arms. Perhaps you take hold of opposite elbows here. Maybe you sway gently from left to right. And then let's unfurl our spine. So connect through your 4 corners of your feet. Draw in your navel. Bend into your knees. And then uncurl your spine, one vertebra at a time, to rise up in standing in Tadasana. Have your hands open. Perhaps your eyes are closed here. When your eyes are closed, you can sense the pulsation of blood around your body, the pulsation of your heart, pulsation of your breath. This is the Ritta, the rhythm of the universe. Through practice of wholeness and Akash, we connect with the sense of freedom, of being more flexible, more open, more embracing, welcoming of difference, moving through life with ease. If you're at the top of your mat, come to the middle of your mat like I am, and take your feet wide so you come into Tadasana. So feel how wide you want your feet. And then open out your arms in Tadasana. Star pose. Exhale, bend into your knees, turn your knees out in Utkatasana. Utkata Konasana, Devyasana, hands together at the heart in Anjali. Rise up with your Padma. Prayer wheel, lotus prayer wheel to the heart 3 times. Aham Brahmasmi, the 1,000-petal lotus at the crown. One more breath here. Then let's bring the right forearm onto the right thigh and reach up with the left arm. Perhaps you reach up and over. Inhale through center. Let's bring the left forearm onto the left thigh, reaching up and over with your right arm if you choose. One more here. And then let's rise up into Tadasana. Take a moment here. Turn the right foot out. Hinge over to the right. And let's come down into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Right hand can be on your leg, on the earth, or on blocks. Three breaths here. Bend into that knee. Rise up. Back into Tadasana. Turn that right foot in. Turn the left foot out. Hinge over to the left. Exhale. Coming into Trikonasana. This right hand can be on your right hip. So the extended arm can rest on your body at any point. Your body is your support, your stability in terms of balance, physical balance. One more breath here. Bend into that left knee, rise up into Tadasana. Full breath here. Let's bring the hands together in Anjali, heel toe, or jump your feet together. Let's take a moment here. And what I'm going to invite you to do is reach behind you, interlace all of your fingers, and then release your index. Kali Mudra. We're going to fold forwards. Bend into your knees if you wish. Draw your navel in. Exhale. Hinge over. Keep that soft bend in your knees. One more breath here. And then bending into your knees. Let's rise up through chair pose, Utkatasana. So tailbone reaching back. You can't see my feet. You can lift your toes. Check your balance here. Utkatasana. Open your heart. Draw your shoulder blades together. And then carry on to rise up. Release your hands. Take a moment. We're going to move into our balance here. So just check that you have arms spaced behind you, whichever way you're facing. I'll look at you first and then turn around. So come into your Tadasana, find your standing mountain. That's most. And you can do that by just feeling the weight of your connection with the earth. So rocking on all 4 corners of your feet and press down through the big toe mound, the inner heel, the little toe mound, the outer heel, and then place your toes one by one on the earth. And then soften through your knees. Find your drishti, your gaze, your focal point on the horizon. We're going to shift the weight to the left leg first. And then begin to peel the heel of your right foot up. And then bend into your right knee. Your hands can be on your hips here for balance. You can have one hand on the wall for balance. And then let's place that left hand to the outside of that right knee. And then with our hands, we can help to turn our ribs and reach behind the right arm. And perhaps we take our gaze with us. You might be doing some micro movements on that left leg that's balancing. If you're happy here, you can extend this right leg long, depending on how your hamstrings are feeling here, or you can use a belt. You can come in and out of this balance if you wish. When you're ready, let's bend back into that leg if it's extended. And then rotate back to the front, hands on hips or hands in Anjali at the heart. And release that right foot to the earth. And maybe you shake through that left leg. Let's try the other side now. So again, coming to your Tadasana, balance through all four corners of your feet, connect with the earth below. And then shift your weight into your right leg. Peel the left heel off the earth and begin to bend into that right knee. Your hands can be on your hips for balance, or you can hold onto a wall. Right hand to the outside of that left knee. And then with the left hand, perhaps you help to turn your ribs over to the left. So your option is to stay here, or you can bend into that right foot and extend that left leg rather. And you can always use a belt here. I have very tight hamstrings and my arms are just, my arms and legs are like different lengths completely. So that might be going on for you as well. If you fall out like me because you get distracted and not focusing on your breathing or your connection with the earth, recenter, come back in. We're here, we can play with the expansiveness here. And when you're ready, let's release that foot. Turn back to center, Anjali. Shake out your legs. And my friends, we're coming down to the earth. So come down to the earth as you wish. I like to reach up with my Kali Mudra and then exhale, fold down towards the earth. Bend into my knees. Right, let's extend our left leg long. And then with the right foot, have it folded into the thigh. And settle here for a moment. See how this feels for you. Inhale to reach up. As you exhale, turn over to the left. And let's take this right hand over to the outside of the left leg and take the left hand behind us. So we come into a twist here. And again, you have the option of wrapping this left hand round the lower back and tucking it into your right hip flexor. One more breath here. And when you're ready, let's inhale, turn back to center, followed by our heart. And let's counter twist over to the right for a moment. and then back to center. Take a moment here. Place your right hand on the earth. Inhale, lift your seat. Come onto your right shin, your right lower leg, and then lift your hips and pelvis. Left hand can stay on heart or reach up and over. Exhale, lower your seat back onto the earth. Let's bring in the right foot, soles of the foot together in Parvatiyasana. And let's flutter the wings here as we take flight in freedom, moving through space, embracing the quality of space. And then let's come into stillness just for a moment here. Fingers are wrapped around your toes, perhaps interlaced between your toes. Aham Brahmasmi. I am wholeness. I am completion. I am complete. I am manifested in oneness with the universe. This freedom of expression, represented by the element of space, Kash. Now let's release our right leg long and tuck in that left foot. Inhale with your Kali Mudra to reach up. Exhale, turn over to the right and then keep turning so that you come into a twist, left hand to the outside of that right knee and looking over your right shoulder here. You also have the option of wrapping your right hand around the back to tuck into your left hip flexor here. This definitely gets everything circulating. One more breath. Then inhale, turn to center, unravel here, counter twist over to the left. And then let's place the left hand on the earth, right hand on your heart. We're going to lift up onto our left shin, reach our hips and pelvis forward, open across the heart, reaching up here. Feeling the expansiveness. Exhale, hand to your heart, lower your seat, return to the earth. Take a moment here. And then let's come onto the earth. Lowering here, how you wish. You might want to take your Kali Mudra here. So reach overhead with your Kali Mudra, arms extended here. Take a moment. Inhale, lift your hips and pelvis off the earth here. You don't need to come up very high, you can come a little or significantly. Keeping your arms overhead. Exhale, lower. Inhale to lift, engage your core here by drawing in the navel, by breathing into the lower back, by extending the space between the hips and the pelvic bones and the lower rib cage. Inhaling to rise, exhaling to lower. And when you've done 3 rounds, coming to stillness, take a moment here, hug in your knees, hug with your hands here. And then let's move into a Supta Matsyamarasana, lying down twist. Now, yoga is your choice. We want to create lots of space. So what I invite you to do is just to release your knees as they are without crossing anything, or at the ankle. So you have lots of space here in your abdomen. You can have them parallel to your hips. You can have them a little bit lower in terms of your knee. Your arms can be extended out in T shapes, or you can have cactus arms, the sunbeam arms that we had earlier, fingers wide. Gaze up towards the sky, or perhaps you turn over to the right. See what gives you more space. One more breath. Inhale, legs through center. And then exhale them over to the right. You can gaze up or turn your head over to the left. The yogi's choice. 3 more breaths here. And then inhale. Hug your knees to center. Gently roll on your lower back from side to side. And then let's roll over onto the left side to rise up into Sukhasana. Let's bring our hands to our heart. Interlace our fingers. Vajra Pradama Mudra. Closing our eyes here. Notice the breath. Bring awareness to your breath. Notice how the breath expands within the lungs and all the space that is available for it to reach. Let's close our time together by chanting Aham Brahmasmi. I am whole. I am complete. I am at one with the universe, and the universe is within me, and I am within the universe. Inhale to prepare. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hands together. Namaste. Dhanyavad. 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 This old dog of mine. He's so old. He's got cataracts. So we have to give him some extra attention these days. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. I don't know